It's a realtor's life. The coach right, he'll get you right. Create your life. It's a realtor's life. The coach right, he'll get you right. Create your life. It's a realtor's life. The coach right, he'll get you right. Create your life.
Purchase your tracks today.
What is going on? Welcome to the Realtor Life Podcast. I am your host, Michael G. Davis, broker and CEO of Brooks & Davis Real Estate Firm, Realtor plus business coach. And we have another phenomenal guest for today. But before I bring them on, I want to remind you that we are streaming live to the Brooks & Davis Real Estate Firm business Facebook page, as well as our Success in Real Estate YouTube channel. So for those that are checking us out live, we invite you to place your comments and questions in the live chat. Take part in the show. Also, if you are considering buying a home, look, we are a full service real estate company. Let us guide you through the process step by step. We'll even schedule showings for you to see any property in the Houston Metroplex. All you got to do is give us a call at the number shown so you can learn more about that. Or maybe you're not buying, maybe you're considering putting your home on the market for sale, right? We offer some great no cost, no commitment offers, one of them being a free neighborhood buying and selling activity report. Real easy. We'll put that together to give you an idea of what kind of actions going on in your neighborhood. All we need is your email. We can get that emailed over to you. Or we schedule what's called an in-person property condition home evaluation, where one of our professionals will come into your home and they'll take a look at it from a marketability standpoint to see what are some things that you can do, declutter, maneuver, stage, or whatever, give you some insights that could better help you move the property. So again, all of these are no cost, no commitment. Take advantage of them. All right. So without further ado, I'm bringing to the stage one of our newest realtor. He's come onto the scene. He's hit it fast. Former veteran, sports enthusiast. Super excited to have him in the business. Know we're going to be doing great things. You're going to be hearing his name. I want to bring to the stage Mr. David Hawkins. What's going on, Dave?
Hey, what's going on, Mr. Davis? Thanks for having me on your platform,
Oh, no, man. I appreciate the fact that you came on board, man, so the world can learn a little bit more about you. So thank you so much, man.
All right.
Now, the reason that we put this platform together was because of my 17 years of being in the real estate industry. I feel that as real estate professionals, we hadn't been appreciated. Man, our clients, our customers, sometimes even our colleagues, man, they put us in this box, not recognizing that, look, we're people too, man. We're people. We have passions. We have layers. So I wanted to create this platform where real estate professionals like you, Dave, could come on and showcase the many passions that they have in addition to being in real estate. So that's kind of what we do the first part. And then the second part, we do a little bit of coaching, deal with some challenges, business challenges, life challenges that maybe not just you, but even our audience could take away from it. So that's what this is all about. Before I get started, Dave, I know when people hear your story, man, they learn more about you. They're going to want to be able to follow you on social media. So where can people find you on social media?
On Facebook, you can find me, Omar Hawkins, and Instagram, Real Estate Davo.
All right.
Get in my DMs or my messenger, and we can start up a good conversation.
There we go. So those are the places. Are you pretty active on social media, buddy?
Yes, I'm active. So
there we go.
If you like my anything, I'm gonna jump into your DMs probably. So I'm active on social media. You gotta be.
Absolutely. All right, man. So look, I always start out with this first question because, again, this is about people learning about the other passions, hobbies, and things that you have going on. So what are some hobbies or activities that you or your family are a part of?
I'll go to church sometime. I'm definitely a ball player. I'm in all the sports. I might be at Toyota. I might be at NRG. I might be at Minute Maid. I might be on the front row. I might be in a nosebleed.
Okay.
But, I'm always at those events, music, I love music, so I love going to concerts. Houston is a great foodie city, so I'm always at one of these great vegan events we have. So I'm in a lot of things, so I'm always out and about.
Absolutely. All right, so we'll cover a couple of them, man. So you mentioned the sports. So tell me about that. Like, what got you into sports?
Growing up, I played ball, all the way up to 12th grade. I was a hoop dreamer, varsity captain back in my hoop dream days.
Okay.
So that's what got me into it. That's a good way to stay out of trouble when you're young. So I played ball, it kept me out of trouble.
Yeah.
And it was a good opportunity. You learn some things, how to work hard, teamwork, a lot of good stuff you can bring in life forever with the basketball.
Absolutely. What high school did you go to, Dave?
C. King High School
All right, so C.
on the
King.
north side,
Yeah.
northeast side.
Yeah.
I mean, if I dunked on you before, you could go ahead and jump in my comments because I probably did.
Or if they dunked on you, though, they can get the comments too.
Never.
What position did you play?
Shooting guard.
All right, so
Combo guard, really.
Yeah, so combo or shooting guard. You was out on the wings.
Yeah, I like to shoot.
Sweet.
So.
All right, so basketball. So you played that in high school. What else? Like, looks like you're in the football, you're in the baseball. So is that just more because of you're a local, fanatic?
Definitely, I'm not trying to get hit with no baseball or no football, but I love watching it. Really, more football. I like going to a baseball game and playoffs, but I'm not too much of a baseball. But I do check them out if they get hot. I'll go to Minute Maid and check them out. It's always a fun time.
Only if they winning, though, right?
Only if they winning. And you ain't gonna find me there when they 0-75. Nah, I ain't gonna be there.
They ain't gonna get that. They ain't gonna get that cash out of you for that.
Nah.
That's sweet, man. All right. So, other than any of the local teams, do you look at any of the other teams that maybe be in the NFL or the NBA that are not Houston based?
And I used to be a San Diego native. I used to check them out. So now I still keep tabs on the Los Angeles Rams. I mean,
I was gonna say they didn't
Chargers
move
now.
But, they didn't move, man. They in LA.
But I'm still kind of loyal. That's my second love, So that's the only team I really. Besides that, I got to be loyal to the Texans. I can't be doing too much playing both sides,
I feel you got to have at least one favorite team, man. You can't have multiple ones. Well, look, man, that's interesting because we're going out to San Diego in November. And one of our agents, that's where the National Association of Realtors Conference is going to be. We're going to be going out there to support her, man. I know we had sent out some information, so if you're interested in getting involved or taking part, man, let me know since that's some of your old stopping grounds.
I definitely saw that, and it definitely piqued my interest.
Piqued your interest?
My stomping grounds. You definitely.
Now, I know one of the things, Dave, you were in the Navy, right? That's where you went out of high school?
Yes.
And so the reason that you were in San Diego, is that where the Naval boot camp is?
Correct. No, it used to be in San Diego. Now it's in Chicago. But in the 80s, it was in San Diego. But yes, that's where I was stationed in Point Loma for a good 4 years. Mm-hmm. Never rains in Southern California, 75-degree weather every day. So it was a great experience in
Absolutely
California.
I agree with you, man, because like one of the first trips that I went to was to San Diego because my brother was actually in the Navy. And I believe he was stationed out there in San Diego. Do you guys have a base in Long Beach too?
Yes. He must have been a Marine or something.
Nah, he wasn't no Marine, bro. He ain't built like that. That boy was a Navy.
Got a Marine. They got a Marine. Maybe he was just TAD there or something for a little bit.
But yeah, so we had went to his, but you know what, his boot camp was out there because the reason we went to San Diego was for his graduation out of boot camp. And one of the funniest stories, man, we had came back. I was in middle school at the time, and I told my teacher, was like, yeah, we went to San Diego, this and that. And she was like, did y'all go to the San Diego Zoo? And I was like, no.
You didn't go to the San Diego Zoo?
That's exactly what she said. That's how she said it. That's how she looked at it. You ain't go to the San Diego Zoo? You was in San Diego?
It is their largest attraction, really, but
I know. Well, you know what? Ended up going back when I became an adult, and I made it. When I tell you, I made it a point that we was gonna go to the San Diego Zoo. I held on to that memory all them years and was like, "No, this time we going to the San Diego Zoo." So we've been there.
San Diego Zoo made me appreciate the Houston Zoo. I'll tell you that.
Oh, really?
As I was not that impressed, but say, Houston, you got a pretty good zoo, you know, because y'all
it's
San Diego.
It is big though, man. Because I remember they got this zip line takes you across one side of the zoo to the other side of the zoo in San Diego. I do remember that. But that's cool, man. All right, so what other hobbies? Like, what else are you into? I know you mentioned about the food. So, what is it about the food that kind of inspires you or gets you going here, being in the city of Houston?
Well, food is so much variety in Houston is what I love, what I missed when I was gone so many years. You know, you can go get some gumbo some days. You can go get some vegan. You can go get some barbecue. You could go get some seafood. You could just, go get some Caribbean food and probably find it at a festival, where somebody doing it on the grill. So it's just a gumbo pot. That's why we the coolest city in America, because stuff like that, it's definitely can be able to put some pounds on down here in H.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. I mean, you may be a little biased though. It sounds like a little bit of bias in your voice by being a native, but I'm a native too, so I'm gonna rock with you on it, and they just got to catch up. I'm with you. What was I gonna ask? So, man, I was in Bel Air. On Saturday, man, and they have a Moroccan restaurant. That was my first time seeing something like that. I was like, they got a Moroccan cafe right here. So that is one of the things about Houston, man. You're gonna see a variety of the entire world. We're definitely an international city. I can say that. And from you, being in the Navy, I know you probably saw a lot of the world. So I'm pretty sure that really speaks to you. Where are some of the places that you went when you was in the Navy?
Over 50 countries. I lived in Japan for 5 years. I've been to Australia. I've been to Singapore. I've been to Thailand. I've been to Iraq. I've been to Morocco. I've been to Djibouti. I can't even count them all, but I've been everywhere. I've seen the world, and we blessed to live in Houston. I'll tell you that, because we got some good food.
Absolutely, man. That's phenomenal. Over 50 countries, man. That is, I mean, that's something that I would love to be able to do before, I pass through these gateways from life, man. But that is definitely something to be amazed. One thing that I say about the children of today, I think a lot of why they don't appreciate what they have is because they haven't had that experience to see. I think we take a lot of what we have here in America for granted, even America and all of its flaws. You probably can attest to this. Is probably better than a lot of places that you saw.
I mean, America is very protected. So we're very protected. We citizens with a lot of rights over here compared to, other countries where they might not have as many rights. You got some constitutional rights pretty good over here. But as far as, other things, food and just the way they live, it's a lot different. So yeah, America is kind of like
isolated,
a strict parent. They keep a tight eye on us, and it's not so crazy. If something get crazy up here, they're gonna put a stop to it.
Yeah,
it's not like everywhere else.
But I got you. Well, good stuff. All right. Well, so with these passions, the foodie, your time in the military, and definitely want to say thank you for your service.
Thank you for your support.
Definitely want to say that with the sports. Now, how do you blend all of this with your real estate career?
I mean, I'm actually an introvert, but I got like more extrovert personality. So, I'm conserved, and I just like to, my real estate is just my alter ego, I guess you could say, where I start dealing with people, and I like doing it. So I don't know, it's in the good book of Proverbs, it tells you, that the woman gonna buy some land. So when that woman's buying some land, they talking about somebody from me, a real estate. So that's really one of my inspirations why I wanted to get, because hey, that's the only way you're gonna run into that Proverbs 31 woman.
There it is. You're gonna run into it with the real estate deal, huh?
She buying houses, I'm gonna tell you that.
That is hilarious. All right. So but being an introvert, but being in the real estate, it requires a lot of networking and things like that. So is that one of the main mediums that you utilize with trying to grow your business and maybe blend all of your passions together?
Yes, I mean, it's a work in progress, but so far it's been going good. If you like doing something, it's not so hard to talk to somebody about it. We got something in common, so it's not like I'm talking to them about something we don't have in common, so it's pretty easy to get rid of that introvert. I'm not like a super conservative guy, but I am a calculated guy. So
yeah, you're intentional. So what is it that you like about real estate? You've mentioned that a lot, that you like it. You're doing something that you like, which is a blessing into itself, because there's a lot of people out here that they're doing things, but they don't like it. What is it that you like about real estate?
I mean, I'm already in the contracts. I used to be in the contracts in the military. So it's just, I'm in the contracts. So that's what real estate is: contracts, offers, and getting contracts signed. So that's what I realized that might be something I want to do. And then when I started doing it, I'm like, oh, I definitely could do this.
Yeah.
It's just contracts, really.
What was it that attracted you about real estate? Like, what made you become a real estate professional?
Like I said, that good old book of Proverbs attracted it to me. That was my first, like, what you want to do? When I was in the military, I was like, I'm not happy doing this. I need to do something to be happy doing.
Yeah.
I've been, before I got out, I thought about it for a few years. Like, hey, this is what I'm going to do. And I ended up doing it.
Wow. Living your dream.
Exactly.
Now, if you, what was competing with the real estate piece? Like, if you weren't a real estate professional, what's the thing that you would be doing?
Probably a coach. I could be a coach, teacher.
Yeah.
I do a lot of instruction. I'm a good teacher.
Okay.
Passionate about that. So if I wasn't doing this real estate, I definitely would, pick up because I can give back like that.
Yeah.
Still giving back with real estate, but it's a different way,
No, I agree with you. I tell people all the time, some of the best realtors are teachers, nurses, like social workers, waiters, waitresses, like people that are in the service industry. They want to cater, they want to serve people, and they do it like a teacher, man. For you to be a teacher nowadays, you got to do it because you like doing it, right? Because it's so much work, so much pressure. Same thing with social work. Those are, having people be able to take that type of personality and bring it over to where you're dealing with the larger ticket item. We've definitely found that level of success. So you saying that if you weren't a realtor, you'd probably be a teacher or a counselor. I could definitely see that because those careers, they overlap, right? That's awesome, man. So when it comes to being a real estate professional, what scares you? What scares you about being a real estate professional today?
Scared's not really one of my words.
All right. You ain't scared of nothing.
Nah, really, I like, a loss is a lesson. So that's what I embrace every time. Every time I did get something wrong in this real estate, I learned something from it. So maybe it's going to make me better eventually. Yeah. So I'm just embracing mistakes because, that's how you get better. I'm not really a scary guy.
Absolutely. All right, man. I love the answer, bro. Okay. So let's pivot a little bit because, like I said earlier, one portion of the Realtor Life podcast is for you to open up a window into your life so people can see, learn about you. And, we've learned a lot about you, a lot about your world travels, about, your sports, your interest in food and your love for your city. So I really appreciate that. But with me being a coach, right, a certified coach, real estate coach, business coach, I also
best
like
coach in the game.
Best coach, baby. That's what I'm saying. Coach, as a matter of fact, since you like coaching, I can develop you into my newest crop of coaches to help us expand this thing that we're doing over here at Brooks and Davis. This one-on-one coaching thing. But with that being said, man, talk to me about maybe a life challenge. What's your biggest life challenge that you're maybe facing right now, if you don't mind sharing? Then maybe we can talk through it and see if we can come up with some solutions.
Biggest life challenges, we're gonna go with something called stubbornness.
Now that's you a stubborn person, or you're dealing with people that are stubborn?
I'm a stubborn person. Yes,
okay.
That's one of my own vices that I, sometimes find myself stumbling over.
Well, the great thing about it, David, is that you're at least self-aware of it. So it's not like you're trying to deny Now, where does it show up though? Like, where does the stubborn typically show up in your life?
Execution.
Okay.
How so? Like timetables, you're supposed to have something complete. If you can be on yourself a little harder, you would have made your timetable. But stubbornness, kind of the second cousin of procrastination. So I try to. Stubbornness is kind of close to procrastination.
So you feel like you being stubborn has stopped you from hitting deadlines?
Definitely.
All right. So now let me ask you this question: What is so important to you about deadlines?
I mean, time is money, so you got to meet that deadline. It's just the way of the world. You gotta be on time. If you're not on time, then you're gonna be behind.
Okay. So time is important to you.
It is very important. Most important thing to me, maybe.
All right. Now, is that your time, other people's time, or just time as a construct?
All three, but my time is definitely the most important.
Okay. All right. So now, with you missing the deadlines, with time being that important to you, then there's a disconnect somewhere as it relates to you missing the deadlines. So what is getting in to cause that level of disconnect to where you have something that's really important to you, yet when it's time to execute upon that importance, you drop the ball? Like what do you think is getting in the
mix? Distracting my time.
All right. So getting distracted. So in essence, it's having this time, but utilizing it to do other things. Okay.
Correct.
All right.
Not maximizing your time.
Not maximizing the time. Now, these other things that you're doing when utilizing your time, do you enjoy doing these things? Well, you got to enjoy it, because if you didn't, then you wouldn't be spending your time in that area.
No, they just stuff that got to get done. It's just stuff that got to get done. So does that make my time to put it into something else? So that time is more valuable. But this, you got to put that time in.
Yeah, but when you say there are things that got to get done, does it make those things more important than the deadline? Like, I know I got this deadline over here with this activity, but this activity is showing up, so I need to divert my time over to this activity because it's more important than this one over here. Is that what's happening?
Correct.
All right. Now, is that wrong?
Nah, but it's a transition.
Okay.
Transition period.
How so, though? Because to me, that seems like common sense, right? That seems like you being a very responsible human being. If you're working on something, but something else shows up that's more important, that has a higher level of value than the thing that you're working on, to me, it just seems like the responsible thing is to begin working on this new activity.
Correct.
Right. So that's not really anything. I mean, I really wouldn't call that being stubborn. I would call that being responsible.
I mean, I'm hard on myself, You from a coaching standpoint, I'm on some, I'm hard on myself. So.
Well, maybe you should ease up on yourself, man.
It's cool.
Hey, look, let me ask you a question. Would you like working for somebody that was hard on you?
I could take it if it's beneficial.
But that wasn't my question. Would you like it?
Like it? I don't know. It depends on how I'm, how he doing me. But if it's like, I don't know.
If he
tough love, I don't know. I can handle it. It depends though. I can't be getting cussed out and every day. But if you're telling me to do something and I'm like, he really telling me something to do, it's just his way of saying it or their way of saying it, I can get past that. You
feel like that's the best way to pull your best potential out? A person by being hard on you, you feel like that's the best way to get
me? For you, it's better for me, You gotta push. You might have to push me a little different than everybody else. I learn a different way.
Okay.
Tough love does kind of work for me.
All right. So so you being hard on yourself, is that working for you?
Yes, it worked.
Okay. All right. Well, look, I don't feel like you should change something that's working.
It's working. It's definitely working.
Mm-hmm. So what are some things that may not be working that maybe we could talk about?
Not working in life.
Or we can look at real estate. What are some areas in real estate you feel like you could be further along if you dealt with some aspect or whatever?
Getting your next client.
Okay.
You know, getting your next client. You get a few deals, and then you got to keep working though.
Absolutely.
And so it's like
well, let me
the
ask you this question. Well, look at it from this standpoint, David. There was some particular activity that you did to get that first client. Well, to get that next client, I would assume you just keep doing the same activities that you were doing.
Correct.
Right. So is that something that you continue to do the same activities?
I mean, I'm looking back. I mean, I just started, and
Right.
I only got a few clients under my belt. But I'm looking back, and I'm saying, you've been working with these clients, but you need to get back on the, you got to get back on the grind side of things too. You got to get back in the streets.
The stuff that got you the clients to begin with.
The bumping shoulders at the, at all these events.
Yeah,
I ain't been going as many events as I went to in May and June.
Absolutely. And see, you know what, Dave? That's a connection that a lot of, especially new realtors, miss, right? When you get out here, you don't have any clients, so you're putting a lot of energy, a lot of effort into, again, networking, putting yourself in position to attract business opportunities. Like you said earlier, grinding. You're putting a lot of that groundwork in. Well, then it pays off, right? So you get a client here, you get a client there. Well, you get so excited you got this client. So now you start working with this client to try to get them to turn into something, to turn into fruition. And it pulls you away from that grind, that original grind that you were doing to acquire the client. So then what happens is you've now spent this energy and this effort into just working with these clients that you have now. And then you look up and you realize you ain't got no new clients coming in. And whether this client works out or not, it's going to come to an end at some point. And once it comes to an end, it's like you're starting at a dead stop, right? So, yeah, the way to combat that is that you got to remember that every day and now it doesn't have to be at the same degree that you did when you didn't have any clients, but you still got to be doing something that's going to put you in a position to where you're attracting new business. So you can create a pipeline. That's why we use that term pipeline. It needs to be a continual flow, right? It needs to continually have things, activity, opportunity flowing through it. And the only way that happens is kind of like at my house. If I want to have a continual flow of water to come out my faucet, then I got to have it turned on. The moment I turn it off, then that flow stops. So those activities, that grind, is making sure that your faucet is on. So you got to make sure that your real estate faucet is always on, regardless of if you're working with a client or not. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So that's a good thing. All right, man. Well, before I let you go, man, what
you trying to let me go? Oh no, dang! You trying to let me go? Time is flying.
Time is flying, man. And it's an important thing. I got to be conscious of your time. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to, I know it's so important how you feel about time. I don't want to step on your toes.
Nah, you got that precious time, man. You talking some realness. We ain't wasting no time.
Absolutely, man. Is there anything else you want the people to know, the audience to know about you, or any final words?
If you're looking to buy or sell a house, you need to be coming to me so I can take you to Brooks and Davis so we can get the transaction done. That's what I need to tell you.
Absolutely, man. That's the kind of energy that I like, man. If I can get all of them to be like you, David, man, we will already be the #1 real estate company in production and profitability, bro.
Hey, don't worry, we're gonna get there.
Absolutely, man. All right, man. Well, look, I really, really appreciate you being on board and you sharing, you being an open book to my audience, man. I appreciate you, joining our firm. I know you came through as one of our interns with ACC through that relationship. You came in as our affiliate. When you passed your exam, you called me up, said you was ready to go. You came on board, and now we're working together to get you going. So you're definitely an asset to the company, brother. And I want to just verbally, say that to you. I know you got a great future in place as it relates to real estate, because you have a lot of attributes that you bring to the industry. that, man, you just can't coach that. You can't teach that. You already bring it to the table. So we're just here to help guide you, help leverage it, take you to that next level, man. So appreciate that. Appreciate you being on the show today. And we look forward to continuing to grow together.
Thanks. God bless. Thanks. Y'all have a good one. And get the views up, man. Let's get them views up.
They're going to come, man. They're going to come. All right. So before we go, man, let me just fill everybody in on some upcoming events that we have. Today at 2:30, even with tropical storm / hurricane / tropical storm Nicholas, we still in the building doing our we're going to do our mastermind through tough times today at 2:30. The title, Advice to Kylie Jenner and Travis Scott, Second Born Kids Will Drive You Crazy. That's right. So we're going to be talking about that today at 2:30. Again, we're going live on our Facebook page, live on our YouTube channel. So jump on there at 2:30. Make sure you like us on the Facebook page or subscribe to the YouTube channel so you'll be notified when we go live. All right, tomorrow we're doing a contracts one-on-one class. So make sure if you feel like you need to get a better understanding of the contracts, the wonderful family, we're going to be looking at that. Then I encourage you, RSVP. We're going to put the link up. RSVP for the contracts one-on-one class. I'm going to be the one facilitating that. So that's going to be tomorrow at 12 o'clock. And then also for my Brooks and Davis agents, if you just signed up with us, we're doing our orientation on tomorrow at 2 o'clock. That's where we get you plugged in. So if you just signed up, make sure you attend from 2 to 4. If you're considering signing up with Brooks and Davis, let's go ahead and get it taken care of today so we can get you into tomorrow's orientation. We only do orientations twice a month, and it's a great way to jumpstart what you got going on in your career in real estate as it relates to the resources, the support, and everything that we offer. We get you connected. So we have that coming up. Meet the Broker. We're doing that on Thursday. So if you want to come talk, you want to come see what more we have to offer, you just want to learn a little bit about just the real estate business in general, right? You're looking at almost 20 years of experience, just me alone, not even taking into account the other agents, the other brokers that are part of our firm, just myself. Well, we're doing that on Thursday, starting at 5 o'clock. Come in, let's chat it up a little bit. I can talk to you a little bit about, show you a little bit about what's going on with with Brooks and Davis Real Estate Firm. So we're doing that on Thursday at 5. But what we're also doing is I'm doing a similar thing on our West location and our North location. So on that same Thursday between 11 and 3, we're going to be at the West location, which is in the Energy Corridor. And that's going to be from 11 to 3. And I'm, again, kind of a semi meet the broker for my realtors, people that are out in that area that want to learn a little bit more about Brooks and Davis Real Estate Firm. So I'll be out there on this Thursday, 11 to 3 at our West location. Again, you can RSVP for that event. We'll make sure we have that in the RSVP link. But it's off the I-10 between Kirkwood and Willcrest. It's out in that area. Just hit the RSVP. If you don't know the address and if you're interested in doing it, then, send us an email, send us a phone, call into the office, and we'll get you connected if it's not on the RSVP link. So we're doing that on Thursday. And then on Friday, we're doing the same thing in the North location. So from 11 to 3, I'll be out there. That location is near the Woodlands. So off of Rayford Sawdust, off 45 North, going to be out there 11 to 3. It's going to be, again, similar to the Meet the Broker. So we got that coming up Thursday and Friday. And then we got a great lunch and learn, September 23rd, save the dates. Accompany AFN National Legacies team, Mr. Keith Webster. We're bringing him down. He's out of Atlanta. They're looking to open up a footprint, but they got some great platforms that they're going to present to our Brooks and Davis agents and any realtor that comes. So they're providing lunch. It's going to be at Maggiato's here on South Post Oak. That's going to be September 23rd, and that's going to be a great event as well. Make sure that you like our Facebook business page so you'll be able to see all the flyers. You'll be able to see all the links to RSVP and stay in the loop of all the great things that we have going on. All right, with that being said, if you are in the process of getting your real estate license, we are looking to grow. We want to be the #1 real estate company in production and profitability. And if you are in the process of getting your real estate license or you're with a brokerage firm and you're thinking of making a change, I encourage you to visit the link shown and schedule a personal company introduction with me to learn how we train, educate, and support our agent members. Again, we got 3 locations now, so we can meet here at our central location. We can meet on the west location. We can meet on the north location, just depending on where you live. And you can learn more about what we have. I mean, because we are serious about our agent support program, which includes everything from one-on-one coaching, mentorship, and for you who are not licensed yet, I talked a little bit about it with David. He came through HCC, he came through our affiliate program. So we have an affiliate membership. That's something that I can talk to you about as well. So I invite you to schedule your in-person or online company introduction with me today. I said it can be in person at one of our 3 locations, or it can be online. Either way, I encourage you to schedule it. With that being said, this has been the Real to Life podcast. I am your host, Michael G. Davis, broker and CEO, Brooks & Davis Real Estate Firm, Realtor Plus business coach, looking forward to coaching you into the cosmos. It's time to take off, baby. Make it a great one. We'll talk to you later.
It's a realtor's life. We coach right. You get you right. Create your life. It's a